Yes, hi, hello. Welcome to Jump Cuts. Today is Sunday, November 3rd, 2024. I am your host and master of ceremony, Tanner Richard Kraft, and once again on Jump Cuts, I am joined by...
I'm Ron Burgundy.
Close enough. That's Ron Burgundy. I'm Tanner Richard Kraft. And yes, today we are talking about the latest and greatest of movie news in the past 2 weeks. Tim, it's your third episode of Jump Cuts. You're basically becoming the regular co-host. How do you feel about that?
Existence is pain.
That's fair. This is our second thing we're doing today. We recorded the Penguin vidcast earlier today, and now we're doing this live for your viewing and listening pleasure, folks.
That's right.
So, I guess, let's just get right into it, right?
Let's do it.
It's going to be our first episode without any trailers to talk about because nothing really came out. But we do get images. There have been images.
Yes.
More specifically, an image of Billy Zane as Marlon Brando from Bill Fishman's upcoming movie, Waltzing with Brando. I don't know if you saw this. I mean, you saw this. I'm assuming you click on the links I give you before the show starts, so I'm not sure why I'm asking. I don't know if you saw this, but Billy Zane is Brando.
You serious? Heard about this?
They're making a Brando movie. I don't know.
Yeah. I think I had heard about the movie before, but I hadn't seen the image until you sent me that link. And, I will say, you could have just sent me that image and been like, The Godfather, and I would have just believed that that was the shot from The Godfather. It's a fucking good job they've done with Mr. Billy Zane.
The prosthetic work here is nothing short of amazing. The prosthetic work here, it's great. It's fantastic. Why?
Yeah. It's fantastic.
This actually, the real reason I put this story on is because I think I have a bit of a hot take. I think I have a bit of a hot take in regards to this thing, and I'm trying to find a way to phrase it. We don't need this. If it's a good performance, it's a good performance. There's this weird obsession with making everyone... Bennett, I see your chat message. If you hop in the call, I'm going to kill you. There's this weird obsession with wanting... it needs to look like the thing. No, I don't know. I'm not really complaining about this. I'm okay with prosthetic work. I'm more using this as an excuse to say, let actors fucking act. We don't need it. I don't know. What do you think about that?
I mean, I think it's a fantastic prosthetic. I do agree that capturing the energy of the person, if you're doing a biopic, capturing that is more important than necessarily the look. But I'm okay with the looking good and realistic. I don't know. I don't really care that much about biopics in general, but I'm here for Billy Zane. he doesn't do a whole lot. So I'm just like, Billy Zane's doing something. That's cool.
He's the isn't he Xehanort?
He was the Xehanort Ansem thing in the first Kingdom Hearts. They replaced him with Richard Epcar in the following games because I imagine getting an actual voice actor is probably cheaper than Billy Zane.
But it's Haley Joel Osment the whole time, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, he also isn't doing a whole lot else. He's doing some stuff, but Sora's his big thing.
That's his big
now,
paycheck.
And I didn't watch or read the thing he was talking about when I guess the creator Nomura's talking about this might be Kingdom Hearts 4, if it ever fucking happens, might be the last game with Sora. and like he was just like this role has been such a huge thing for me, so I don't know how I don't know what I would do without it. So like it's definitely an important role to him. um but yeah, Billy Zane was in the first Kingdom Hearts. Lance Bass was in the first Kingdom Hearts. Mandy Moore was in the first Kingdom Hearts. That game was fucking wild.
As far as Haley Joel Osment goes, this brings up my favorite opportunity to bring something up. What's the fucking trading card one? Remind me.
Chain of Memories.
Thank you. Chain of Memories came out between 1 and 2. Thought it was a dumb spin-off game. Turns out it was actually vital to the fucking plot when it came out, but it was exclusive to the Game Boy Advance until they made
literally every Kingdom Hearts game.
Yeah, even the fucking... Remember the fucking rhythm game that was just supposed to be like playing the greatest hits of the Kingdom Hearts franchise? It turns out has a crucial ending or something?
You could skip that. I played it because it was fun.
I heard there's like a plot crucial ending, though.
You could look up the cutscene on YouTube,
but it does exist. That's all I needed to hear. That's all the confirmation I needed.
He's looking it up right now. He has to watch it. He hasn't played Kingdom Hearts 3 yet, but he needs to know.
I still need to play through Kingdom Hearts. I still haven't gotten to 3, which is funny because when 3 took so long to make, I was under the impression that was going to be the end of it all. After it came out, I was still under that impression. Sorry, not the reason I brought up Chain of Memories. The reason I brought up Chain of Memories. The reason I brought up Chain of Memories is because it didn't get ported to the PS2 in America until after Kingdom Hearts 2 came out, which leads to a very funny thing because Haley Joel Osment clearly hit puberty between the time he recorded his voice lines for 2 and the time he did Chain of Memories. Even though Chain of Memories takes place before 2, it's very funny. I find it very funny.
Yeah, I mean, in fairness, I think in like the Game Boy Chain of Memories, like they just used sound bites from the first game. In 2, he immediately has a deeper voice than the first game.
It happens. Billy Zane, Marlon Brando.
Listen to your friend Billy Zane. He's cool. He knows what he's talking about.
What is a Marlon Brando movie? What's that gonna be? Just him being an asshole for 2 hours? Like, Marlon Brando, famously not a nice bloke.
Yeah, probably.
I'm struggling to see the interest there. But goddamn, they made Billy Zane look identical to Marlon Brando.
Yeah. Sure did.
But, when Marlon Brando was at his peak, the dominant form of home media was VHS tapes. And it's funny we bring up VHS tapes because the next news story we have is about how Alien Romulus is getting a VHS tape release, which is I think one of the first times I've seen this out of a major studio.
Yeah, that's like the only like really significant part of this is like I've seen a lot of like indie horror kind of things doing like short VHS runs. Hell, I worked on a movie that had a novelty VHS run, The Man in Room 6. Buy it now. That has a VHS copy, but it's surprising for Alien Romulus since that's a 20th Century Fox.
It's a Disney thing.
Like I'm just kind of like cool, I guess. Neat.
I'll be honest with you, Tim. That's not the real reason I put this on here. The real reason I put this on here is so I could soapbox about Alien Romulus. Alien Romulus.
Here we go.
let me just speak on this. Let me cook. Let me cook.
Let him cook.
Alien Romulus, I think, is a pretty decent. Even though I like Prometheus and I'm not a big fan of Covenant, I think Alien Romulus represents a pretty decent, good back to basics for the franchise. I think there's a very good cast of characters there. I think the central conceit is interesting. I think there's some really cool stuff going on in the third act. And it's almost not really the movie's fault that this movie was my fucking breaking point with resurrecting dead actors with CGI. Because if it wasn't for that bullshit, I think I'd like the movie a lot more. But Ian Holm is fucking dead. What's up with the weird fucking CG animatronic bullshit? I hated that.
Yeah, it's bad. It looks like shit.
It doesn't look good. Why? Why? Because here's the thing. It's not even the same android. It's a different android. It didn't have to be the same fucking actor. It could have been David. It could have been Michael fucking Fassbender. What's he doing?
I don't know. Probably, I don't know. Yeah, it sucked. It was just a bad choice. My take on the movie as a whole, like, I think there's interesting stuff there. I'm not compelled to watch it again because of that, and also just all the fucking callbacks were grating to me. Like, my favorite, though, was the get away from her, you bitch.
That was the best one, too.
But here's why, though. Because it was so funny listening to that actor confusedly read that line. It felt like the character was confused as he was saying the words. And that's why it was funny to me.
Yeah, no, that was so stupid to warp back around into being, all right, I'm okay with this one. This one's cute. But like, why is it the same xenomorph from the first movie? What was the fucking point of that?
Yeah. I think it shows that Fede Alvarez has the sauce to make a good Alien movie. And I guess he's making a new one now.
This one was CGI Sigourney Weaver, which is weird because she'll still be alive.
Yeah, there we go. But I think if you give him one of these and you don't do all that stupid shit and just let him like make a movie with his horror inclinations, that can be good. I'm a big fan of his Evil Dead movie. I like Don't Breathe. I think he's a good director. This movie felt like such a corporate product.
Which
I think what this movie showed me is Fede Alvarez could direct a really good Dead Space movie. Give Fede Alvarez a Dead Space movie. Let John Carpenter co-write, produce it, give him all the Cheetos he wants, and all the Game Pass cards, and let them cook and make an awesome fucking Dead Space movie. That's what I want.
I generally agree. I also think it's worth keeping in mind. I don't know if you knew this, Tim, but I assumed that like either Fede Alvarez came up with the idea or Disney somehow forced it, the CGI Ian Holm thing. No, that was apparently Ridley Scott's idea. Maybe he ain't got. Maybe he's a little sauceless sometimes.
He's a mixed bag, Mr. Scott. He's made some good ones. The original Alien and the original Blade Runner are, in my opinion, flat out masterpieces. Just absolutely stone cold classic sci-fi films. It's deeply influential, deeply important. And then he's made other movies. Eventually I'll watch The Last Duel. I keep hearing it's very good.
Oh my god. I think I said that to you episode 1 that you need to watch The Last Duel.
One of these days, son.
About a month.
Days.
That 2 months actually.
I've been watching horror movies.
Last Duel's kind of a horror movie.
We'll see about that.
It's not at all. It's not. It's not even remotely a horror movie.
It sounds like when my older sister tried to get me to watch 13 Going on 30 by telling me there were ninjas. This actually happened when I was a child.
Did you like it?
It's okay.
I love 13 Going on 30, but I don't. I'm trying to figure out where that lie would even. Did she just outright make that up?
I don't know.
I don't think there's any. I don't think there are any ninjas in the movie.
There sure are, and I checked.
Tim, I think you should watch Red Rocket. Freddy Krueger shows up in it.
I watched that one. I was looking. Mr. Krueger was not in that movie.
I like the idea.
Do not believe this man's lies.
We saw Red Rocket in theaters together. In the one fucking the theater we saw it in is closed now. But
oh yeah.
Yeah, all the Regals in the area closed. All 2 of them.
Yeah. Did Regal? No, Regal's still around. I was about to. Ask,
Regal.
Regal just
Regal didn't go bankrupt. They just exited this region for whatever reason.
Fuck them. They suck.
They were. I mean, they're the most annoying to get to. Also, their rewards program is by far the worst.
Yeah.
You have to pay to get $5 Tuesdays. Like, don't get me wrong, Marcus and AMC.
What even is the point?
Marcus and AMC makes you subscribe to their rewards program to get the full Discount Tuesday benefits, but the rewards programs are free. Regal's cost money.
Yeah, that's dumb.
But you know, Regal didn't go bankrupt, and Hans Zimmer also didn't go bankrupt. But his Dune 2 score was ruled ineligible for the Academy Awards because it apparently reused too much music from the last movie. Tim, I think I can speak for both of us when I say, what the fuck is this bullshit? Since when is that a problem?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know too much about Oscar eligibility intricacies, but it just sounds dumb.
It was dumb when the Batman was ruled ineligible. I still don't understand that one. This is even.
I thought the Batman did get nominated for score.
No, I thought it was a whole thing that it didn't.
I don't know.
All right, I'm looking up 2023 Oscars. You've pulled my finger.
That was one of the few I went to the party for.
You've been to the party for more of them than you haven't been.
I've been to 3 Oscar parties.
Okay,
I've seen 3 Oscars.
Are you going to next year's?
We'll see.
Yeah. All Quiet on the Western Front won Best Score. Yeah, remember that? Watching that Oscar party in real time, and every time they played that song when it was like a foreboding villain.
Yeah, I do remember All Quiet on the Western Front winning that and a lot of other things, and us getting fucking sick of it by the end of the show. But like, God, just imagine if the Batman had won Best Score and the composers just walk in as dun 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 dun. That would have fucking ruled.
That would have been awesome, and it's a shame it didn't happen. All Quiet on the Western Front has a fine score.
Yeah.
Babylon should have won. Babylon robbed.
Yeah, Babylon. Our good friend Joseph Rennick, he is a Babylon hater, but Voodoo Mama does in fact make me want to shake my
It's a great
ass.
fucking song.
He says it sounds like a bad Crash Bandicoot ripoff. Like that's a bad.
Yeah, that's a good thing. Fuck you mean? Crash has awesome music. Remember when Natu Natu won Best Song? How fun that was. How happy we were.
That was
it's
good.
The closest I feel like we've come to the high of watching Parasite win.
Yeah, like I don't think anything will ever top that. That was just a moment of ecstatic bliss, but it was close.
Like
they were like, "Yay! They made the right choice."
Honestly, I feel like
they did the right thing.
Oscars have been making a lot of good, correct choices lately for me. You know, like I feel like most people would agree with Everything Everywhere's win. People are like, "Yeah, that makes sense." Oppenheimer's win. Yeah, that makes sense. What bullshit's gonna win this year to make up for it, you think?
Venom: The Last Dance.
Right now I think the Oscar bait movie that's getting like Oscar buzz that also has like not great reviews is this movie called Amelia Perez. It's this musical about a lawyer who gets this client who is a high-profile Mexican drug cartel leader who wants to leave the business and transition into living as a woman. I will give the movie this. It is actually a trans woman actress playing that character.
There you go. That's a win.
I've heard from Mexican critics that it's racist, and I've heard from trans critics that it's transphobic. So
that's 2 loses.
That's a double whammy. So it's winning Best Picture, right? They're like,
yeah. Some of my best friends are Green Book.
Yeah, which is a shame, especially when you look at movies that aren't going to be nominated for Best Picture, like the Donald Trump movie The Apprentice, which is scoring a theatrical release in Russia, which is very funny to me. Tim, you didn't see this movie, did you?
Nope, don't have much interest.
It's really good.
Maybe. I don't know. I'm just kind of fucking sick of Trump and all of his adaptations.
Brother, you think I'm not sick of him?
I know you're not. I know you are.
I
know you are, but what am I?
The fact that I'm so sick of him, I think, is a testament to the movie's strength. That it's still, as of right now, one of my 10 favorite movies of the year.
Like, it has I hate Trump versus Sebastian Stan's pretty cool.
Sebastian Stan is Trump. Sebastian Stan just fully becomes Trump in this movie. Like, his performance is really impressive.
I don't think I could ever show Cody this because having Bucky be infected by Trump would just hurt her too much.
You should go to the theater to watch Thunderbolts. Tell him, honey, we're watching Thunderbolts. You go into the theater, and then The Apprentice starts playing. And then Cody tries to leave, but you've locked the doors.
That's a good way to get divorce papers. Divorce papers.
Oh, do you know about the button?
Oh, I know about the button.
I have, for context, chat, I have a button at work that you can like hold it down and it'll record any little bit you want. And right now I have it set so when you play it, it says a voice. It's my voice going, divorce papers. And it's been a pretty great bit. Chat, I do not have a MAGA flag in my apartment. I fucking hate Donald Trump. I hate Make America Great Again as a movement. I do not have a Trump tramp stamp, though that's kind of a funny sentence to read. This is all bullshit. It's not true. I'm a certified Trump hater. Certified. I haven't voted yet, chat. Chat saying I voted early for Trump. I haven't voted yet. Lee,
what about the emails?
I'm voting on election day. Buttery mails, yes. But, well, I love the Donald Trump movie, The Apprentice. I think it's great. And I'm glad it got a release in theaters, and I'm glad it's coming to... Hold on, is my stream fucking frozen?
I'm checking. Okay, my VPN's not on. But yeah, you're
my stream's gone.
Stream's
oh
gone?
No, Alexa, is my internet working?
I'm connected to the internet.
You still hear me?
I still hear you. All right, so at about 26 minutes, you're going to want to check the video.
Yeah, God damn it, I don't want to have to edit these things. Tim, are you still there?
I'm still here.
Hold on. Okay. Oh, wait, hold on, is it back?
Okay, yeah.
Is it back?
Yeah. Now you're in sync.
Okay. Chat, are we back? Chat, I think we're back. All right, 26 minutes in. I'm going to have to edit that out for the fucking... God damn it. This is bound to happen eventually. Sorry about that. Don't know what happened. That was dumb. That was annoying. I apologize for that. You know what else is dumb and annoying, though? The fact that Marvel can't fucking figure out how to make a goddamn Blade movie because they just removed it from their 2025 release schedule and they have not dated it back again. What?
Yeah. Yeah. Like, I think we've pretty well established I don't care that much about MCU stuff, but like, I would watch a Blade movie and it's kind of disheartening to see them fumble this over and over and over. It seems like such an easy slam dunk.
How do we keep fumbling this shit, man? I don't.
Like, have they contacted Ryan Coogler for this? He could probably make a great fucking Blade movie.
Well, Ryan Coogler's busy making his own vampire hunter movie, Black Vampire Hunter movie thing with Sinners, which is going to be the best movie of 2025. You heard it here first. I am speaking it into existence. Yeah.
Won the Academy Award for Best Movie Ever Made.
What's that a reference to again?
Talladega Nights. He says this about the Highlander.
Chat just won't shut up about Uncut Gems, which I find very funny.
Uncut Gems, pretty good.
I agree. It was Oscar snubbed. Adam Sandler not only deserved to have been nominated, the motherfucker deserved to win that year. But whatever. We lost. Good day, sir.
This is how we lose.
Well, quite frankly, this is how we lose is the fucking Blade. Like, how Mahershala Ali as Blade is perfect casting. He might be aging out of the role at this point.
Yeah.
I don't
get
it. I don't. It makes me think that Mahershala Ali was being picky about the script, which is fine. That's his right to do that. But, like, I can't imagine that Marvel would have been like, wouldn't just be like, it's good enough. I have to imagine Mahershala Ali was just, no, good enough isn't good enough. Get me something great. This is all buoyed by the fact that they showed off a preview for all the Marvel shows coming out next year. And one of which is Marvel Zombies. And Blade is apparently going to be a character in that. Which makes me wonder, is Mahershala Ali voicing him? Because if so, very funny.
He already did the voice at the end of Eternals, so like he's been established.
Might as well keep the voice role going at least. It's big money. It's big money. You know what else is gonna be big money though? Actually, you know what? Chat has a question, Tim.
What's that?
A little Linguini, aka Bennett, wants to know: are you still renting out a theater for Sonic?
Yeah. We haven't ironed out the details yet, but that's happening.
Yeah, I figured. Chat, there you go. Bomb Squad's renting out a theater to watch the new Sonic movie because if there's one thing we all agree it's okay to be a man-child about, it's Sonic.
That's true.
I can't wait to just hoot and holler as loud as I fucking want.
This is my Avengers Endgame.
This truly, it is for all of us. And it's funny you bring out Avengers Endgame because Spider-Man 4 gets a release date.
Spider-Man 4.
I didn't put this in the notes, but I will tell you, Tim, it is 2 weeks after the new Christopher Nolan movie comes out, which is also starring Tom Holland.
Interesting.
Is Spider-Man one of the things you'll still tune up for?
Maybe. Like, I generally enjoy the Spider-Man movies. I think in revisiting the Raimi trilogy earlier this year, I think I've, like, you know, sort of watching when they were, like, really good movies, just made me kind of realize that, like, Spider-Man didn't really get to be Spider-Man in the MCU, so, like, maybe now that, like, he's had his with great power comes great responsibility moment, now he'll get to have a movie where he gets to be Spider-Man and not that kid Tony Stark mentored. Which I think it'd be cool to, like, get, like, some proper Spider-Man shit again.
Now, what if I told you the rumor is it's going to be a multiverse movie again?
Canceled.
That's fine. I will say, I don't think it'll be a multiverse movie as in Toby and Andrew showing up. I think it's going to be a weird symbiote multiverse movie. Or it'll be a street level movie of Daredevil. Those are the two rumors. I hope it's the latter.
That would be cool. Like, I think I remember listening to the No Way Home episode, because I wasn't able to be on that one. I think I remember listening to that and like hearing Joe talk about like they should have him team up with Daredevil, and like there was the whole thing with like they set up the little bit of the symbiote getting stuck in that world, like maybe something with Spidey and Daredevil fighting Venom. That could be cool. I don't know.
If it's Spidey and Daredevil, it's got to be Kingpin, man.
That'd also be good.
Kingpin started off as a Spider-Man villain. It's worth remembering.
Fair enough.
Well, Venom is real scary, right? Venom's a real scary monster villain. Venom! Gotta get that Venom! Venom! By Eminem. But you know what else is real scary?
What's that?
Scary Movie, which is great to bring up because apparently the Wayans brothers, for the first time in 18 years, are reuniting to bring us a new Scary Movie. Now, Tim, Scary Movie, that's more of your guys' ages thing. I say that like you're significantly older than me. You're 5 years older than me. But that does mean you were old enough to like comprehend Scary Movie as it was coming out, as opposed to a cultural artifact that I look back upon.
Yeah, like I remember when the first two Scary Movies were coming out. Like I wasn't able to watch them because they were rated R. Scary Movie 3 was a movie I watched when it came out. That is objectively the best one, and it was like we rented that one after it came to home video because it was PG-13, and like I've only seen the first three, and yeah, three is the funniest one. I've even revisited recently to confirm.
You just hate me because I'm black. The look Charlie Sheen gives after that delivery is so great. Just the way he goes.
Yeah. It's a very much a movie of its time, but like it's not in the way Scary Movie 1 is. There's some jokes in that were uncomfortable to watch when I rewatched that one recently. And then 2 is just bad. It's just a bad movie. It's just bad.
Here's my Scary Movie take.
What's that?
3's good. 3's a good movie.
Yes.
It's the only good Scary Movie.
That's fair.
The problem with Scary Movie 1 is that the primary movie it's parodying, Scream, is in fact already kind of a parody. Arguably, it is just a straight up parody. I've always believed that the best parody movies are also genuinely great representations of the genre they're parodying. What's my opinion? The best parody of Star Trek? It's Galaxy Quest. Why? Because it's also a great fucking Star Trek movie in its own right.
That's fair.
What's the best horror parody? It's Scream, because it's an excellent horror movie in its own right.
I will say this. Scary Movie 1 has the "was up" scene.
And that is great.
With that one.
It has that, and we got to give it credit for that, because that is a good bit. I saw there's been a clip making the rounds on Twitter lately of like the Scary Movie's scary Ghostface ripping off a shirt of some lady as she's in her underwear, and she's just running through the sprinklers and she's feeling herself up, and then stabs her and a silicone breast implant comes in, and people are posting this on Twitter like, man, they don't make parody movies this good anymore. And I'm watching this thinking, this is fucking dog shit. This is on the same goddamn level as Epic Movie. What the fuck? Why are we praising this shit now? Is that how bad things have gotten, Tim?
It was very much a year 2000 movie. I will also mention this. When Scary Movie 6 was announced, there was one tweet I saw where someone was just like, Melissa Barrera and Jenna Ortega have the opportunity to do the funniest thing. And I would love that.
Rumor on the street is that Melissa Barrera is interested in the Scary Movie. I just saw Your Monster with her yesterday. She is so funny in that. Melissa Barrera, I'm ready to say it. She's an actress where if she's in it, I'm there. You know?
Oh, yeah?
I'm there if she's there.
That's good.
You know what's not ever gonna... Or no, you go ahead.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, like, I think it could maybe be a fun bit if like they go full circle and like make it uh like like this is something I was talking about when like Beetlejuice was announced. Like I'm here for like a parody type movie that's just absolutely lampooning the shit out of these requels. And I think this could easily be that. Like just get Anna Faris back.
Yeah.
And go that road.
And I will say this as far as Beetlejuice goes, I think it was approaching being a parody of the requel. Maybe that's just because I
never got around to watching that. Like we just could never find the time. But I hear it's fine.
It's actually good. I liked it a lot. I gave it a 3.5 out of 5. I was almost inclined to give it a 4 out of 5, but just it has a really wonky structure. I could not confidently tell you who the main character is, which is the same problem I have with the Phantom Menace. I can't confidently tell you who the main character in that is either.
It's fair.
Like maybe the main character of Beetlejuice is Qui-Gon. I don't know.
Could be. Sorry.
I didn't put this in the news, but can we fucking talk about that thing that came out this week about how George Lucas originally had Liam Neeson be Obi-Wan?
Yeah, so let me explain this. Let me explain the workings of George Lucas's mind. So apparently his plan was for Liam Neeson to be the original Qui-Gon Jinn, and Ewan McGregor was going to be... Sorry, Liam Neeson was going to be the original Obi-Wan Kenobi, and Ewan McGregor was going to be Qui-Gon Jinn, and then when Obi-Wan dies, Qui-Gon was going to take on Obi-Wan's name and his legacy, which is a weird, convoluted idea, but I say this as someone who was 6 years old in 1999. If I saw Obi-Wan Kenobi die in the first prequel, I would have like literally shouted "what" in the theater. It would have been dumb as hell, but the reaction would have been all anyone was talking about in 1999. Fuck Y2K, it's that.
It, I think, would legitimately add 15 points to the tomato meter for just being so fucking insane. Like,
yeah.
Only George Lucas, man. Only George fucking Lucas can...
It's like poetry, they rhyme.
Only George Lucas can do something fucking insane like that. And, evidently, it might be that George Lucas is the only person alive that can still make a Star Wars movie. Because that James Mangold directed, Daisy Ridley starring, like, sequel, Star Wars movie that was in development, lost their screenwriter, Stephen Knight.
Yeah.
I would say, are we ever going to get a Star Wars movie again? Except for the fact that the Mandalorian and Grogu movie apparently wrapped filming a couple weeks ago. Dare I say, I'm going to have a controversial take here, Tim. That one doesn't fucking count. That's a glorified TV movie getting a theatrical release.
Yeah. The Mandalorian and Grogu thing, and aren't they doing like an Ahsoka one?
No,
too?
that is what this is. The Mandalorian and Grogu movie is gonna like tie together all this Mandoverse shit. Like Thrawn's gonna be in it. Who fucking cares?
Yeah, they really like
Andor ruins.
Now that I don't have to. Now that I don't have to edit that vidcast, I can be honest with myself. Like they're stretching themselves too thin. They're making too much shit. The TV stuff, like the first season of Mando was great. Second season of Mando was pretty good. I eventually might watch Andor.
Don't. Actually, at this point, Tim, fucking don't. It will ruin Star Wars for you.
I watched 6 episodes of The Acolyte. Thought it was fine. Yeah, they're
Did you watch the Ahsoka show?
I never got around to it. I might. I like Ahsoka.
I like Ahsoka too. I don't think I'm gonna like that show. Acolyte, I think I might like. It seems like it's actually trying to do something different in regards to Star Wars for fucking once, but like it got canceled. So I'm hard pressed to give a shit about shows that got canceled.
Yeah. But yeah, as far as the Daisy Ridley thing, the Rey movie, it's just like, man,
at least that would have been a fucking movie, like a real movie.
Yeah. Yeah, like at first when it got announced, I was like, we don't need this. We don't need this. And then I thought more about it and I thought, well, maybe this will serve as like a better continuation of her character. Like maybe this will make up for Rise of Skywalker. So hopefully it comes together. Hopefully they make something good. Hopefully they can make me. Hopefully they can bring back the kid in me that loves Star Wars. I don't know.
It fucking sucks that Star Wars has become a shitty, glorified television franchise. Not even a movie franchise, man. These movies used to fucking mean something to me, man. Remember when the Force Awakens Super Bowl trailer came out? Do you remember that shit, Tim? I remember exactly where I fucking was when I watched that trailer for the first time. I was walking outside at a Walgreens. I wasn't supposed to watch YouTube on my phone. I did anyway. The fucking Star Wars trailer was out. The fuck you mean I'm gonna wait until I walk home another mile? No, I'm watching that shit now.
Yeah.
Right? This shit used to fucking mean something.
And like when this got announced, like I saw another tweet where somebody was like, this was a fun bit for a couple of years, but I genuinely think that The Last Jedi made it so they can't make movies anymore. They can't make real movies anymore. Like it broke the fans, and then the fans broke Star Wars. Like, God, The Last Jedi was a fucking good movie, and the pearls wasted on swine. A very pretentious sentence I just said, but I don't take it back.
What happened?
I don't know, man. Capitalism ruins us all.
Where did I go wrong? I lost a friend. Sorry, I'm just staring out into space as we're both eulogizing Star Wars, and legitimately How to Save a Life by the Phrase started playing in my head.
just Dr. Cox trying to save Star Wars.
That's what it feels like, man. Like, all right. Well, let's move on from a subject that makes me upset to another subject that actually also kind of makes me upset. Christopher Lee is back. What's that, you say? He died 10 years ago? Correct, but we're not done pillaging his corpse, as they are going to be using archival footage of him without the use of AI, I will give them that, to bring him back for the upcoming Lord of the Rings anime movie. Tim, I've already kind of given away the game on how I feel about this, but how about you share your feelings?
I mean, I think I'm cautious about it. Like, I hope they don't use him a whole lot. I think it's definitely better than AI. It's better than digital necromancy. It's an iffy subject, but I'm still excited for this movie. I've been plugged into this one for a long time, and I love the staff that's involved with it. And I'm definitely excited to see it. I finally actually got around to watching the trailer earlier today. It looks great. So I'm definitely excited for the movie. I can definitely see, though, your issue with this specifically. Like, I'm not entirely sure how I feel about it yet.
Hire a fucking actor. It's an anime. It's animated. You have even less of a fucking excuse. I guarantee you there are dozens, if not hundreds, of incredibly talented voice actors that can do a fucking Christopher Lee impression.
Yeah, I mean they could have gotten the guy who voiced Dooku in the animated stuff. I'll give you that.
If anything, it feels like they're trying to, because of the rise of AI, they're able to advertise what is actually a money-saving tactic. They already own the archival rights to the footage, so they don't actually have to pay an actor to fucking do anything. Instead, they can pocket that money and tout around, oh, Christopher Lee's in this movie. Ooh, but we didn't do AI, so now people are gonna suck our fucking studio cock and say, good job, daddy. Good job, daddy. You didn't use AI, daddy. Thank you, daddy. Didn't I used to be the nice one? This isn't
still gonna watch the movie.
I mean, I'm still gonna watch the movie too. I mean, this isn't gonna.
Yeah.
I'm annoyed at it. I think I'd be less pissed if it was just in the movie and they didn't make a deal of advertising it.
That's fair. But yeah, like I did put this on the schedule for next year, so we are going to be talking about it, and like I am excited for it. Coming out of Uzumaki, I'm just going right into the next Production IG Warner Brothers co-production anime. No mistake about it. I'm ready to get hurt again.
What if halfway through it just becomes like a bunch of PNGs being like keyframes? No! It's just PNG keyframing again. You can't escape it.
Sauron just falling down as a single PNG.
Can't have shit in Detroit, man. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I actually feel
we're going to redacted David Zaslav.
I don't think I think what it is that I don't actually hate the fact they're doing this. It's more I don't think they should be praised for doing it. Okay, cool, whatever. You found a cost-saving measure.
Yeah, that's fair.
Good for you. Why do I give a shit? You know what I do give a shit about that is actually really cool?
What's that?
Maybe it's official. I'm gonna butcher the name. I'm gonna try my best, but Takashi Yamazaki. Did I get that right?
That's right.
Takashi Yamazaki. Okay, I pronounced it right. Is making another fucking Godzilla movie.
Let's go.
He made Godzilla -1, which
fantastic.
It's my favorite Godzilla movie. I don't think it's yours, but I think you can at least agree it's definitely a top 3 Godzilla movie.
It's neck and neck between that and Shin. Shin does some stuff that is very interesting that I think puts it just barely above, but Godzilla -1 is very, very close.
I think Godzilla -1, Shin Godzilla was previously my favorite. I think Godzilla -1 hit me in a very specific place. Listen, there's something about the indomitable will of the human spirit that gets to me.
The indomitable human spirit again.
It strikes again. I'll just say it. My top 3 Godzilla movies. -1, Shin Godzilla, 1954.
Yeah.
I think most people's top 3s might be a combination of those 3.
Probably.
Unless you're a person that really is into like the monster v monster action or some of the later stuff, which that stuff's cool too.
I still need
hating on that.
I still need to watch GMK. I hear so many praises sung about it. I need to watch more of the Millennium stuff.
I just need to sit down one month and watch them all back to back to back to back to back to back.
I watched a bunch of the Showa era stuff on HBO Max in like 2020. And like they all kind of become the same movie after a while, but it's a fun movie.
Yeah. Do you think it's going to be a sequel to -1, or is there just going to be another Godzilla movie? I think it's going to be a -1 sequel.
I'd be fine with either. I think it might be more interesting to like just do a completely different approach, but like I think there's certainly stuff you could do with those characters to make an interesting sequel. I trust Yamazaki. He did great with -1. He also did great with Lupin the Third, the first. If you have any interest in Lupin the Third, Watch Lupin the Third, the first. It fucking rocks.
Right now?
The name is confusing.
Right now, you got it.
Right now.
I'm putting it on.
We're canceling jump cuts.
We're ending it early. I had more news to go through, but we're ending it early. No. Yeah, I guess I don't actually have that much to say about this other than I can't fucking wait for another Godzilla movie.
Me?
You know what else I can't fucking wait for, though?
What's that?
The fact that we're getting not one, but 2 Predator movies next year? Which, unlike Alien Romulus, you saw Prey, right? You saw Prey.
Yeah, Prey rocks.
Great movie. Best Predator movie since Predator, right? Like,
the only one I haven't seen is the bad one. The Predator, I think it was called.
The one from the Shane Black one that is one of the few movies in the universe that actually specifically offended me.
Like, first Predator, great. Second Predator, great. I had a really fun time with Predators. The one where they're like on they're in the woods.
I thought Predators was the best Predator sequel until Prey.
That's fair. Prey's really good. I saw another tweet. Just seen all these tweets. But I saw one where it was like somebody was talking about how they just watched Prey because they kept hearing it was a really good movie. And they'd never seen a Predator movie before. And they had no idea the Predator was in the movie. So when Predator came up, they just had like the most insane fucking whiplash. I'm just like trying to imagine that experience. That must have been wild.
That's kind of fucking awesome. Yeah. Rumor on the street is that the secret Predator movie. So there's a Predator movie with Elle Fanning coming out next year, directed by Dan Trachtenberg, the same guy that directed Prey. That one's getting a theatrical release. That's the one we knew about. This new one that apparently has been filmed, I heard it's not has been filmed. I'm hearing it's has been drawn. What I'm hearing is that it's an animated anthology film of the Predator. Specifically, what I'm hearing is that it's anime style film anthology about the Predator. What I'm hearing is they did Animatrix on Predator.
Let's fucking go. After the fucking thing where it was like, we canceled an alien anime that you didn't know about, I'm just like, what the fuck? Maybe this is their way of making up for that bullshit.
Why even tell us that you canceled it? Just say, oh, it never existed.
Yeah, I hate when that happens. It's like, why did you make me want a thing that I didn't even know existed and can never have?
Like, why did you tell me I wanted something I didn't know I wanted?
Yeah.
I wasn't mad about this before. Now I am mad. Yeah. New Predator, more Predator. Fuck yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Predator anime anthology sounds like a lot of fun. I'm a big anime anthology head. Even if they're not all completely great, it's just interesting to see all the different styles at play.
For sure.
So should be a good time if that happens.
Yeah. Well, you know what else should be a good time?
What's that?
So have you heard about Sam Mendes' Beatles project thing?
Not really.
Beyond the link in the story.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I'm not much of a Beatles head. Like, I'm aware of their significance in music, but I just don't listen to them very much. It is what it is.
I'll only bring this up because Sam Mendes is directing 4 different Beatles movies about each member of the Beatles. We already knew that. When I saw that, I went, okay, that seems a bit much, but it could be interesting. This latest news I'm hearing is what's interesting. Sam Mendes is in contact with all the writers, but a different writer is handling each Beatle. And they're being walled off from each other. Sam Mendes is there to, like, make sure there isn't any inconsistencies between the 2 movies, yada yada, which, boring. Let there be inconsistencies. That would make it more interesting. Not the point. Yeah. But it's an artistic decision they're making to have a different writer tackle each Beatle. I think that seems really fucking interesting. What about you?
It's an interesting idea, I guess. Yeah, I kind of agree. 4 movies for each individual Beatle seems a little excessive. Like, that could maybe be like a mini series. I don't know. Again, not huge on the Beatles.
I generally agree, but even as someone that's not huge on the Beatles, it's not just that the Beatles as a group is hugely influential. Each member in their own right is also hugely influential. They're one of the most important bands to ever exist in the history of both pop and rock music. I know you're more of a metal guy, but
I mean, it definitely is responsible largely for metal being a thing. Like, you had to start somewhere.
Would Black Sabbath come about if not for the Beatles? Or
probably not.
Like, it's a fair question. Or Coven? Yeah, Coven kind of came out around the same time as the Beatles. And Coven is like proto-metal. I don't know. You into Coven? You ever listen to any Coven music?
No.
It's like it predates metal music as a genre, but they're also definitely one of the like forefathers of the genre. They have a female vocalist. They're more known for psychedelic rock. They're also all Satanists. So they definitely influenced metal, even if they weren't necessarily making metal music themselves. Don't listen to their most popular song, One Tin Soldier. It's nothing like the rest of their music.
Fair enough.
I
mean, I don't just listen to metal. That's just like
also listen to Tears for Fears.
That's true. Metal is the genre that I like deep dove into at a young age, and I've been largely into ever since. But like, I listen to a lot of stuff. I listen to rock. I listen to rap. I listen to symphonic stuff. I listen to some pop. I listen to a little bit of Chapel Roan, if you'd believe it.
Well, I believe it. The tunes are fucking sick. Can you play a song with a fucking beat? It's a feminine phenomenon. Yeah. Great song. Yeah, I don't know. We're white men, Tim. We all picked a subgenre of rock to be into when we were 14.
Man.
You picked metal, I picked punk.
Yeah. We both started with Linkin Park and it branched in different directions.
Yeah. Though metal and punk, I think, have a lot of, because there's metalcore or melodic hardcore, which like kind of borrows from both scenes. You know, there's like there's a lot of overlap between some genres of metal and some subgenres of punk. Like, punk is a subgenre of rock, but then there's a bunch of subgenres of rock and there's a bunch of subgenres of metal.
Yeah. I mean, I would like, there's pop punk and then there's like punk metal. Like, I think like Dead Kennedys probably falls closer to the metal side.
Really? Metal Dead Kennedys to me is just pure punk. Like, Dead Kennedys has the same sound as The Clash. Ramones is maybe more on the pop punk side. If you wanted to, Sex Pistols maybe is on the harder side. I don't know. Well, then we're getting. If we're going to talk about like punk metal sounding punk music, I think you really have to get into like the '90s emo and screamo scene. Which I'm sorry, this is a movie show. This isn't a music show. Nobody wants to hear us talk about this.
The Beatles.
You know what they do want to hear us talk about, though, Tim?
What's that?
I lost Tim. Is my internet working?
What's up? Hello.
Oh, nope,
hello.
I got Tim back.
Wave the hands.
I totally lost Tim for a second there. Okay. Apparently the stream cut out again there for a minute. That's great.
What a time.
But nobody in chat told me. I just now noticed that it's only been going on for 4 minutes according to the Twitch thing. That's great. Nobody wants to hear us talk about music.
Anyway.
You know what they do want to hear us talk about?
What's that?
Tax credits.
Yeah.
They want to hear us talk about the fact that Governor of California, Gavin Newsom, has supersized California's film and TV tax credits in an effort to get Hollywood back to work. This is in the news doc and mostly talk about the fact, from what I've heard, Hollywood people are out of work more than they've ever been on a time that wasn't actively being impacted by strikes.
Yeah. This is great news for Rain specifically.
Yep, this is for you, Rain. If you're out there, we love you. Poor guy has been forced to do like overnight security work instead of, I don't know, working in the industry he moved to that city for.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a shame. It deserves that city deserves more work. It is the capital of film for a reason. It's kind of bullshit that it's not like.
Yeah, like we just fucking got our tax credit back like a year or two ago. And like I know some projects have been made under it, which is cool. I don't know how much it's actually benefiting like locals. I think it's more benefiting like Hollywood or like LA or like Atlanta people who want to film stuff here. But I do think it is helping some of the people like who are local here, which is great. And so I hope good comes of the tax credit in LA. Bless you.
Thank you.
Hope that like we've been kind of talking on and off about this all year. It's like the movies just have not been as impressive lately, and I think the industry in LA is just not equipped to make movies at the same quality that it used to be, and like people aren't they're not being paid adequately for their work, and I hope this changes that.
I agree. I should say though, I must emphasize, I still am liking most of the movies I watch. This weekend where I've watched a bunch of bullshit is the exception. Usually I'd probably watch a bunch of bullshit I like. I just happen to be watching a bunch of bullshit I didn't like. Harold and the Purple Crown, Uglies. Oh my God. Jesus goddamn Christ. That shit was fucking awful. The shit I took in my toilet looked better than this bullshit.
Like, I will agree. Like, I haven't watched a lot of movies this year that I've hated. But like there are the rare like gems that have really stuck in my mind. Like I genuinely think that I Saw the TV Glow is just like a marvel. It's an anomaly. It's a fantastic movie, and it will never leave my mind.
If Tim and I agree on what the best movie of the year is, you need to watch that fucking movie. That never happens.
Yeah, I can't wait for the I Saw the TV Glow podcast, aka the 2024 Bomb Squad Award show.
I agree in spirit. In practice, I am not confident that it's going to get enough support outside the main group, but we'll see.
We'll see.
I'd like to be wrong. I would also like award show to come back. Screwed the pooch on that one this year. Oops.
It happens. This year has been a transition year. We have shifted gears a lot, and now we're back in full swing, and we're doing stuff again, and it's great.
Yep. You know, this is great according to some people.
What's that?
the movie Skinamarink. I didn't care for it. You did, but I'm still interested in seeing what that director does next, which is great because director Kyle Edward Ball is teaming up with A24 for his next horror film, The Land of Nod. Tim, I'm gonna be honest with you.
That's right.
I'm a certified Skinamarink hater. So I'm gonna let you take the lead on this one, buddy. You're the one that liked that fucking movie for some reason.
Yeah, you and Joe were not fans of Skinamarink, but I'm a Skinamarink truther. Always will be. I will be proven right by history. But that aside, I am definitely interested to see what he does next. I think he has a lot of. I think he has potential to like tap into some really raw, primal fear shit. And I'm excited to see what he does with a bigger budget, with studio support, and more experience under his belt. I'm down. I'm down for this.
I will say, even though I didn't care for Skinamarink, I thought it was one of the most interesting movies I've seen in my life. Even if what it was doing just did not work for me at all. I saw that
it's like
that analog horror thing he was trying to tap into. He has talent. I'm interested to see what happens next. If for no other reason than clearly the fact he managed to convince thousands, if not hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people, that the weird VHS analog shots of corners in a room was terrifying. That worked for some people.
the man has clearly shown like an ability to build atmosphere, and the movie itself is definitely the kind of thing where it's an acquired taste. It's gonna work for some people and not so much for others, but it worked for me. I was really digging the atmosphere he was building there, and I think he definitely has potential to make some really great stuff.
I will say that I'll give Skinamarink this. At the very end of the movie, where something that resembled a face. Why are you trying to scare me? Oh no! Okay, you know what? Guys, that's it. I think. Obviously, I'm not streaming live anymore. I'm completely disconnected here. So, I'll say that that's it for this episode of Jump Cuts. If you tuned in on Twitch, even though you're not hearing me right now, thank you for tuning in. If you're watching the recap on YouTube, thank you for watching. I'm sorry that this was a bit of a choppier experience in the last few episodes. Something's fucking up with my internet this week. Don't know what. Pissing me off. But that's what it is. If you are listening, leave us a review. Mosey on down over to our Patreon. The $5 tier gets you access to our commentary tracks, and the $10 tier gets you access to... Great, the Discord's frozen, but the $10 track gets you access to these shout-outs. Jason C. Court of Tinycraft, thank you so much for contributing $10 a month. We really appreciate it. If you're watching on YouTube, comment below and let us know. What did you think of all this news? You excited for a new Godzilla movie? What do you think about Billy Zane as Marlon Brando? Comment below and let us know. While you're down there, hit the like button so you know how much you like us. Hit the subscribe button so you know how much you love us. Hit the bell icon so you can know exactly when we upload new videos. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I'll see you next time. Bye.
Slid my ticket across the table and I said, sorry guys, I gotta see about a girl.